Hi there, welcome. So the first of our Christmas Craftmas creativity videos where we're going to be looking at all kinds of crafts. So in this particular video we're going to look at making gonks. Some people call them gnomes, gonks, trolls, whatever, but they're rather cute. And we found these. Now this was purchased from a shop called The Range. We did buy it 12 months ago. It was just something we never quite got around to doing last year. But it comes with a full set of instructions that have pictures, not word descripting and giving word or written descriptions, but pictures, which just works out sometimes better. So within the package, you've got obviously your full list, your full set of pictures of instructions on how to create your little gonk or troll or whatever you're going to call him, Christmas gnome. And then you've got a couple of packages. So you had a package of what used to be called K-pop stuffing. I don't think it's called that anymore, but it's like fibrous, felt sort of fabricy, but it's stuffing basically. And then you also have another package which has got pieces of this gorgeous red felt, which I actually thought was more than what it was, but it's a decent thickness. You can't see through it, so it's very good. So we've got two different shapes of red felt cut out. One makes up the body and one makes up the base. Then we have that lovely, very thin, almost like shoelace or a strap sort of satin ribbon. Two triangle shapes with a rounded bottom of different fabrics coordinating with the red, and these two lovely pieces of hairy style fabric, but you can't guess what they're for. And then we've got a little bag of these little hard white beads, which I believe go in the base to help make it sturdy so he stands upright. A decent amount of red cotton and a couple of these little wooden beads. Now we're not going to sew the beads on. There is quite a bit of sewing involved. The only things that aren't included is a needle and a little sewing kit. So I would recommend that you have a needle and a sewing kit together, ready to hand to use. So I'm just going to show you the sewing kit I've got. It's this one. I can't link this in description. I also can't link the kit because I don't know if they stock it still at The Range, but you can buy these things online from most places. So this is the needle that I'm using. We've managed to thread it up. Now I did involve a needle threader in the end because I couldn't see to do it, and my vision's not that bad. But I cut a decent length of the thread, and then use the scissors. Obviously go careful when you're using scissors and needles, they're sharp. So if you want to use a thimble, do use a thimble. What you can see in the bottom of the screen there is actually my lovely little pin cushion, which is in the shape of a little mini tomato. So just off screen, making sure that I've got enough thread threaded on the needle, and I'm pulling it through so it's double thickness. Now what I'm doing here, I've taken, now this makes up the side of your little Christmas gnome, I'm going to call. I don't like the word troll, sounds horrible. Folded it in half and then getting some pins. Now you don't have to pin it if you don't want to. To be honest with you, you could even try gluing it, but I think gluing this would be a bit messy. So I've put a couple of pins in just to secure the two pieces together. And then I'm going to start sewing. Now this does involve quite a bit of sewing. So the stitch I'm going to use, I was taught sewing at school. I also had a grandmother, bless her, no longer with us, who taught me as well how to do a lot of things like sewing and knitting and things. And obviously my mother as well, who's a very proficient in sewing and things like that. But I'm doing something called backstitch, which means I put a little knot in the end of the thread there, done a couple of stitches that go over each other just to secure it, and then you do what I called a back stitch. Now it's a bit difficult for me to explain what I mean by that, but it's a lot more sturdy and I think suitable because you're not machine stitching this with a sewing machine. It gives it a lot more strength. It creates more of a definite seam. Please excuse the state of my sewing. I did 2 lots of it as well, just to be so it was even more sturdy and creates quite a good you can't have adhesion with sewing, quite a good seam. So it sews it together, sturdy, it's not going to come undone. To finish off your sewing, do a couple of stitches over each other and then snip it off. So I'm now looking at the base. Now the base of this lovely little Christmas gnome is round. And it's going to be tricky trying to put a round piece of fabric into here to pin it and then sew it. So what I did is I folded the circle in half and then lined up the middle of that fold with the back of the Christmas little gnome, where I've done the seam, and then proceeded to try and pin it in place as best as I can. Now you are going to have to manipulate the round piece of felt to fit the edge of the base of the other piece of fabric you've just sewn together. It's the way it is. You just push it down a little bit, put the two edges together. Can you see the two raw edges together? And then pin it, and you'll see what I mean in a moment. Now I have started to do the other one on the left hand side of the screen, as you can see there, but in the end I decided no, I'm going to leave that. You don't need to see me do both of these. It's just to demonstrate one and the kind of thing you'll see. Now I then proceeded to sew. Now this is a time lapse. I don't sew quite this quickly. Bits of this video I haven't said have been sped up or are time lapses because of the amount of time I took to do this. Now do take your time when you're sewing. Be careful, as I said, the needles are sharp, pins are sharp, and if you want to use a thimble or like little finger protectors, then by all means do. But all I did was did exactly the same back stitch sewing method as I'd done to sew up the side of our lovely little Christmas gnome. There we go, there's the finished bit. As you can see, my nice level of untidy sewing done again. And then very, very carefully, you just turn the whole thing back the right way around. So you've been sewing this up till now inside out. So when you turn it the right way round, all your seams and edges are all hidden because they're inside this lovely little character, this lovely little Christmas gnome. So just carefully doing that, trying to push out as far as you can towards the edges of the seams as gently as you can, so you don't put your finger through and you don't stretch them or rip them, and so on. There we go. As you can see, you've got what looks like almost like a little boot shaped sort of thing. There we go. You see that? You can see a few of my stitches, unfortunately. That's just the way it is. It's fine though. It's rustic. Let's go with that. It's rustic. If you've joined us today for this video, thank you for joining us. We're going completely against what we would normally do. Our usual thing is to do videos that are predominantly based around resin, eco resin, epoxy resin, a bit of upcycling, maybe a bit of paint pouring, acrylic painting, that kind of thing. And we normally only do a couple of videos a week on a Wednesday and not on a Wednesday, sorry, I've got it wrong, on a Friday and a Sunday at 5 PM UK time. What we've decided to do is, as of today, so this is Friday, we have decided, so this is Friday the 21st, we have decided to start from today doing our Christmas Craftmas, a bit like a, you know, when people do, Christmas Craftmas, that's it. Where people who do vlogs do vlogmases, you know. I'm sure you understand what I'm saying here. I'm just waffling on. So we're going to do a Mondays to Fridays video. So there'll be a video. This is what we're aiming for. So please be patient with us if we don't quite manage it. To get a video every night for the next 4 weeks leading up to Christmas. All kinds of crafts, a couple of food type videos as well, maybe built in. You know, because let's just stretch the envelope here. We're going to create something with food too. Yeah, hopefully you will like those and you're enjoying the videos. If you've not subscribed to our channel, why not hit the subscribe button? It's free to do so, and you can see all these kinds of videos, and you can join us if you join us in the live chat. Hello to everybody in the live chat. Hope you're enjoying this video. A little bit of a change for us, but we thought let's get into the Christmas spirit. Let's do this. So what you've whilst I've been waffling on, what you've been seeing and watching on the video is I've added those little hard white beads into the base. Now bearing in mind the amount you've been given is supposed to be enough for 2 of these lovely little Christmas trolls. Then I've added in some of the stuffing a little bit at a time, just pushing it in there very gently. There we go. And here it stands upright all on its own. It's the right shape. And look at this gorgeous little beard. This creates the beard. Now, anybody else fascinated at the fact that whether the gonk has a pink hat or a red hat or a blue hat or a yellow hat, they all have the same facial hair. Yeah, so there we go. You know, no gender specific trolls here. Sorry if I've offended anybody there. I do hope I haven't. So I'm using a new toy. If you haven't seen any of our previous videos, take a look back in our playlist, because we did a bit of a craft haul recently from local shops in our area here in the UK. And this is the glue gun we bought. Look at the light on that. Goodness me, that's a very strong light. However, as usual, I didn't read the instructions properly before trying to use it. You charge it up. It has a very strong light there, so you can see where you're gluing, and trying not to blind everybody as well. And yeah, just make sure you wait till it's heated up enough before you try and press all the triggers and so on to push the glue stick down and melt the glue so you can use it. So I've put enough, what I think is gnome glue, on that little piece of beard fabric, little fluffy beard fabric, and I've placed it on the base part of the Christmas gnome. I nearly said troll there. Carefully just squidging it. Don't forget, it's a hot glue gun. It's going to be hot glue, so please be careful not to burn yourself. If you're ever using any of that kind of equipment, a bit like if you're using resin, eco-resin, epoxy resin, make sure you read the manufacturer's instructions before using it, which of course isn't what I did. Do as I say, not as I do necessarily. Now, happy with that, put that to one side. We're going to make the hat part. Now, before you can sew the hat together, you've got to make a nice neat edge along the bottom. So it's a triangle shape with a rounded bottom to it. So along the bottom, you can either pin it or you can just go for it and sew the edge. So you're making a nice little hem. It's literally just a few millimeters, as you can see there. Now, I did only do a running stitch on that one. So that's just a general running stitch with sewing. I did that for there. I'm then taken this beautiful thin red ribbon. I've cut the length in half, because don't forget, they're supplying you with enough to do 2 of these lovely little Christmas gnomes. I have folded it in half again and made sure I've put the cut ends in the top of the hat. And then what you're going to do is, you can see that I've done here now, I've pinned it together, and you sew down that edge, making sure you sew through the ribbon. And I did the back stitch for that one. Took the pins out and then carefully turning this gorgeous little hat inside out. Now, don't be tempted to do what I was tempted to do then and pull it by the ribbon, just in case the ribbon isn't in tight enough and you end up pulling the ribbon out, because then you're stuck again and you've got to secure it in with the scissors. Now, just using my finger there just to poke that fabric up. Now, what I didn't do, and thinking about this with hindsight, is you could decorate the hat. If you've got some little embellishments like holly, little bits of plastic holly, or buttons, you could sew a button on. How cute would that be? Or stick some little bits of holly on. If you've got some little miniature gold silver bells, you could stick those on the hat. I mean, you could go to town. You could put things all along the base. You could make a lot more, you could put a lot more detail on this, is what I'm saying. All we're doing is just what was supplied in with the kit, and the kit actually is quite good. It's quite comprehensive. Now, what you saw me do there, I used the rest of some more of that stuffing that we had that was supplied, popped it in the hat, because I didn't want a floppy hat. I mean, you don't have to do this, but I didn't want the hat to be floppy. I wanted it to stand up a bit. And yeah, once I was happy with that, I'm just checking the beard again there. And then I did take the beard off, take the glue off, and then lower it slightly. And then what I'm doing now is I'm using the glue gun. I love this glue gun. And just making sure that we have enough hot glue all around that edge, so that then when we pop the hat onto it, it sticks firm to it. So there we go, just applying that glue all the way around there, making sure there's plenty on there. And then carefully, making sure I don't burn myself with non-hot glue, apply the hat. So stick the hat down onto it. Now what I didn't do, which is very silly of me, I didn't measure up the seam of the hat with the seam of the base of this lovely little character. But never mind. Never mind, you can do that. Can you see that? I'm slightly out there, but never mind. Just, I've applied the glue and I'm just carefully applying a little bit of pressure all the way around the edge to make sure that it adheres, so that the hat is adhering to the base and the beard. Now, the little final touch, the nose. So that is one of the 2 little wooden beads that are supplied. Nothing to stop you from painting the nose if you wanted to. You could paint it white, you could paint it pink, you could apply put 2 little eyes underneath if you wanted as well. Completely up to you. If you've got little bits of pink felt, you could put maybe a little mouth on him or her, whatever you want to do. But all I'm going to do is use what was supplied in the kit. So I've applied a little bit of glue. I lifted up the edge of the hat there, the brim of this hat, and popped a bit of glue in and then popped the bead in. So this, if you looked at it sideways on, you would probably maybe be able to see the hole going through the beard, but maybe not. Happy with that, pressed it down around it, and very happy. Just sorted out his beard a little bit more maybe. But this is the final shot. Apologies for the background. Yeah. I have only made the one currently. It's great if you just want to pop it as a lovely little Christmas gnome on your mantelpiece, or if you want to hang it as a decoration from your tree. Thank you for watching this video. We really hope you've liked it. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and we'll see you again on Monday with another one. Take care everyone. Bye bye.